Okay, Nisha, തുടങ്ങിക്കോ. Hello. Hello. Nisha, sound on. അനുഷാന്റെ സൗണ്ട് കേൾക്കുന്നില്ല. ഹലോ.
ഹലോ സർ.
പറഞ്ഞു പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്തോ? നിന്റെ പ്രസന്റേഷൻ ക്യാൻസൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ളത് പ്രസന്റ് ചെയ്തോ? ഓക്കെ വരുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇപ്പൊ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ മൈക്ക് മ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. പറഞ്ഞു.
A very good morning to all. I hope you all are fine there. Myself Anusha. Today here I am going to focus one of the great and useful invention. So before that, let me ask you a question. Did you ever think that what enabled our smartphone to dominate as a technology, that to be so prolific and critical that we may forget our key or wallet but not our smartphones? Anyone? So okay, I will answer. The answer to this question has a combination of answers because our internet, our app development, career network, and touchscreen technology used in it, and many more. Today, I am going to focus on the touchscreen technology. So let me begin my presentation. First, have a look on the topic content what I am going to discuss here. What is a touchscreen? Then what its timeline and its components and working, and what all are the types of touchscreens and its applications. So first, we have to know that what is a touchscreen. It's one of the great innovation where we can control our PC by using by touching our screen with our fingers. As per definition, a touchscreen is a computer screen that is used to control our PC used by touching our fingers or a stylus pen instead of a mouse or a keyboard. And it enables us to use our device without any intermediate devices such as a mouse or a keyboard. And it's mostly found on our smartphones, ATMs, watches, laptops, and everywhere. And according to the touch industry expert G. of Walker Mobile, he said that there are 18 distinctly different touch technologies are available now. Some uses visible light, some uses infrared light, and some uses sound waves or force sensors to sense its touch. And every type has advantages and disadvantages. It includes size, accuracy, reliability, durability, and many more. And of course, its cost also. But whatever happened, the touchscreen technology has revolutionized the human-machine interface. So next, we can go through the journey of the touchscreen from 1960s to 2000s. In 1965, E.A. Johnson invented the first touchscreen. And the next, in 1970, Dr. G. Samuel Hersh invented the first resistive touchscreen. And the first touchscreen phone was invented by IBM and Bell South in 1993. And 2002, the Microsoft entered this technology by introducing a Windows XP Tablet Edition. And in 2007, the Apple introduced an iPhone with a touchscreen technology. There are many scientists who worked and give contribution for this development. I had just pointed out some notable inventions only. So next, we can know that what all are the components of a touchscreen and how it works. A basic touchscreen have a touch sensor, a controller, and a software driver. For making a complete touchscreen system, we have to connect this touchscreen with a display and a computer, so that And so we can have a look on these string components. A touch sensor. We need something to locate our touch. Otherwise, our mobile or computer don't know that what we want to do or what action they have to perform. So this function is played by a touch sensor. A touch sensor generally has an electric current growing through it. So while touching the screen, there causes a change in the signal. So this change is used to determine the location of the touch on the screen. The next one is a controller. As you know that our human body have nervous system which carries our messages when we send something to the brain. And in this system, we have a controller for that job. That it takes information from the sensor and translates it for the understanding of PC and carries it also. The controller determines what type of a connection is needed. The next one is a software driver. It is the last one, and it allows our computer and a touchscreen to work together. That is, it tells the operating system how to interact with the event. So let's summarize the working. When we touch the screen, a touch sensor will locate the touch of the screen. You can see here that when we touch the screen, the electrostatic field has been changed. There has a change occurs. And then the controller takes the information from the screen and translates it out to our PC. And the software driver tells the operating system how to interact with this event, which has been received from the controller. Now we have got the idea that what is happening inside the screen, but now also we don't know that how this sensor is sensing our touch. Before that, we need to know that what are the different types of touchscreen technologies available, because every screen is sensing its touch in a different manner. Here I'm going to focus only 5 main technologies used today. So they are resistive touchscreens, capacitive touch, projected capacitive, surface acoustic wave, and infrared touchscreen. So first one is a resistive touchscreen. It is the most widely used technology. It's composed of a glass panel and a plastic film, and each of these glass panel and plastic film is covered with a thin metallic layer. This metallic layer is made up of indium tin oxide. You can see that the bottom layer is a glass panel and the top layer is a plastic layer, and between these two there is a narrow gap which is filled up of air. Now we can see how it senses the touch. When we make a contact with the top layer will get bent and make a contact with the bottom layer, that is glass. So we know that there is a metallic layer between these which has an electrons passing through it. So when we touch it, these two layers will get squeezed, so that there results an electrical flow. The point of the contact is detected by this change. So the voltage change is measured, and the position, that is XY coordinates of the touch position, is calculated on the basis of the amount of resistance at that point. So this is how the resistive touchscreen senses its touch. There are many advantages in this technology. That is, it's very inexpensive, and we can use anything to have our touch. That is, we can use anything to create an input, because we can use our fingernails or a pen or anything which have a smooth edges, because sharp edges may destroy the plastic screen. But it has a lot of disadvantages also, because the metallic layer is made up of indium tin oxide, which is very brittle, so that a repeated touch may cause it breaks. And you also wish to have a smartphone which is very thin in size. Personally, I wish to have a smartphone like that. So the air gap between this layer has made the screen thicker in size, so that it is not value or not up to our needs. And the air gap has also many problems, that is filled up of air, so that when a light enters into the screen, due to refraction, it get bented. Due to this bouncing effect, this reduces the image contrast also, so that we can't use this in when we go outside also, as our old mobile phones, we can't use it when we are in a sunlight or something. So its applications include smartphones, portable games, automatic navigations, camcorder, and factory automations, and many more. So the next one is surface capacitive touchscreen. In this picture, you can see that its base is made up of a glass and a transparent conductive layer. It may be made up of indium, tin oxide, or a copper, is placed on the top of the glass. On the top of this coating, there is a protective layer. So in the surface capacitive, the electrodes are placed on the four corners of the screen. And the structure look very simple, is it? Now we can know that how it senses the touch. There are four electrodes in the panel which are kept in the corners. So the same phase voltage, we are applying the same phase voltage on the four electrode. So this creates a uniform electrical field over the panel. And we know that our human body is a conducting object. It consists of atoms which are negatively and positively charged. So when a finger comes contact to this panel, the electric current flow from these four corners will get changed. There changes the electrical signal. The ratio of the electric current flowing from the four contact will be measured, and this is used to determine the touch. The measured current will be inversely proportional to the distance between the touched point and the four corners. So when we finger the monitor screen, the change in this electrical current is used to determine the ratio of the change in this electrical current flowing from this four corner is used to determine its touch. And this is also having many advantages, and it's suitable for large screen monitors. It has high resolution, high response speed, but it have many disadvantages. Yes, also it does not support the multi-touch, and it's likely to be affected by noise. And its applications include ATM, ticketing machines, arcade games, food industry, and many more. So next, can you imagine your phone having a surface capacitive touch screen without having a multi-touch? Where you cannot zoom your screen, or you cannot zoom your pictures. You can't. For that, they introduced a new one, that is a projected capacitive. The projected capacitive screen is composed of a glass with empty transparent electrode film. And it is also the most widely used touchscreen technology today. Its structure is similar to a surface capacitive screen. And it has various structure, it has various ways of placing electrode also. Today I'm going to discuss only two-sheet laminated structure. In two-sheet laminated structure, it consists of two sheets facing each other with electrode in between them. That is, the X electrodes are forming on the one glass and the Y electrodes are forming on the another glass. And the two glass sheets are laminated in the way that the two electrode sides are facing. And the X and Y electrodes are intersecting in a matrix form. And these conductive layers are facing with a matrix of electrodes in between them. So I will explain you the sensing method. Projected capacitance screen is composed of a glass with having empty transparent electrodes, film, and an IC chip, which create a 3D electrostatic field. When a finger comes close to the pattern of X and Y electrodes, there occurs a capacitance coupling. And the touch sensor detects this position as it checks where these electrode lines, where the electrostatic capacitance has changed. and it offers two primary advantages. But it can, in addition to bare fingers, we can use a surgical gloves. When we wear a surgical gloves or a thin cotton gloves, we can use these screens, and it enables as multi-touch also. And its applications include smartphone, portable PC, mobile games, and audio player, and many more. It's one of our smartphone also have this type of touch screens. The next screen is a surface acoustic wave touch screen. You just take a look on the figure. In the surface acoustic touch screen, it consists of a glass sheet which having a transmitting transducers, a reflectors, and receiving transducer. A transducer which converts one form of energy to another, and the transmitting transducers which generate an ultrasonic waves that travel along the surface. So the ultrasonic waves are get reflected by these reflectors, and at last the reflected waves will goes to the receiving transducer, and this create an invisible grid of ultrasonic waves on the surface. And when if a contact or if a material is comes to contact with these screens, these waves will be get absorbed. This technology of this wave is used to make this type of touchscreens. So let's see how it works. The surface acoustic waves are sent out from the transmitting transducers, and it travel along the edge of the panel. And there are two reflectors opposite sides. And when it reaches the reflecting panel, it gets reflected in a 90-degree and it changes its direction. And these waves, which was reflected, will travel along the direction of reflection. And when it reaches the opposite side, there will also having a reflector which again changes the direction of the wave. So the reflected waves will travel along the sides of the receiving transducer. Once they reaches the receiving transducers, the electrical signal will get, the waves will get converted into electrical signals. And each of the wave will be having its own route and its own distance. So when we touches the finger, the waves will be get absorbed by it. So it does not reaches the receiving transducers. And the sensor will senses that which route has not been reached the receiving transducers, and thus the sensor will locate our touch by recognizing which wave has not reaches the receiving transducer. So the surface acoustic waves can be activated by a finger or gloved hands or a soft stylus pen, and it also offers a high visibility, and it can be used very easily also. Its application include arcade game, medical equipments, office automations, factory automations, and all. And the last one is infrared touchscreen. This screen does not have an overlay display with addition to the screen. It does not sandwich. The screen does not sandwich also. Instead of this, the this uses an IR emitters and IR receiver to create an invisible grid of light, beam of light across the screen. Here you can see the picture also. There consists of an light emitting element and a light receiving element on the four sides of the panel as face to face in pairs. The light emitting elements having LEDs and the light receiving elements having phototransistors. And there are beam of IR light over the panel. As the figure indicates, the LEDs, the light emitting elements, are placed as in X and Y rays in the X and Y direction in a matrix. And when IR LEDs are turned on, the opposite, there will be a phototransistor which is located. When the LEDs are turned on, it will goes to the phototransistor, and the phototransistor will become on. if it touches or if anything had blocked the light, the phototransistor will not get on. The opposite phototransistor will not get on. So the sensor is used to determine its touch by recognizing which phototransistors are off. So when we touch a position, you can see in the picture that when we have a touch on the screen, the LEDs, our fingers will block the two LEDs. So the two phototransistors on the opposite sides will be turned off. This is used to determine the touch in the infrared touch screens. And here we can use anything to detect that whatever block the light, we can use it to detect a touch, and it having a best possible image quality also. And its applications include ATM, factory automations, plant control system, ticketing machines, and many more other large size applications because it's easy to use. So here I'm going to wind up my topic. As you know that touchscreen is a widely used and emerging technology which is sensitive to human touch, allowing us to use our computer by touching the words or pictures or the screen. And it provides a very good user interface with an application that normally require a mouse. It's useful in various fields like gaming, airports, many emerging technologies like smartphones and laptops, etc. So today, our tablets and such smartphones are as common as watches and newspaper. In fact, they are replacing them. Anything can be changed into touchscreen, even our skin. Our skin is also changing into a touchscreen nowadays. So this technology will be soon outstrip any of our wildest science-based fantasies. We can wait at what comes next. So thank you all.
അനുഷ നന്നായിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു കേട്ടാ. അനുഷ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? അനുഷ, ഹലോ, കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? വരെ ആരെങ്കിലും മറുപടി പറഞ്ഞു. ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ നിങ്ങള്?
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. അനുഷ നന്നായിട്ട് എടുത്തു ക്ലാസ്. നല്ല സ്ലാങ്, നല്ല സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. നിങ്ങളെ അനുഷ കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒന്ന് മറുപടി പറഞ്ഞേ. അനുഷ
കട്ടായി പോയായിരുന്നോ? അറിയില്ല.
നന്നായിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ.
താങ്ക് യു മിസ്.
മനസ്സിലായില്ല എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇതിന്റെ ഒക്കെ പുറകിൽ ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് സംഭവിക്കുന്നത്. ഇനി അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് ആരാ എടുക്കേണ്ടത്? അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ് ആരോടെ പറഞ്ഞത് സാറ്?
മിസ് ഞാനല്ലേ, റോൾ നമ്പർ 5
അർജുൻ അല്ലേ? എത്ര തീരുമാനം ഏകദേശം?
അതിപ്പോ നമ്മള് 20 മിനിറ്റ് 30 മിനിറ്റ്
നമുക്ക് എന്താ എടുക്കാൻ തോന്നുന്നു. അനുഷന്റെ ക്ലാസ് നല്ല ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് അനുഷ പറഞ്ഞു. ശരിക്കും അനുഷ ഇതിലെ പല കാര്യങ്ങളും എനിക്ക് പോലും അറിയില്ലായിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ. നല്ല രസമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു ക്ലാസ് മോളെ. നന്നായി പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തു. ഇങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണം കേട്ടോ. നമുക്ക് എന്തായാലും ഈ ഒരു ക്ലാസ് കേൾക്കുന്ന കുറച്ച് ആൾക്കാർക്കെങ്കിലും ഇതിന്റെ ഗുണം നന്നായി കിട്ടും. നമ്മളിത് റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. കുറച്ചും കൂടി എന്താ പറയാ മറ്റുള്ളവരിലേക്ക് എത്തിക്കാനും നമുക്ക് പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ വളരെ നല്ല ക്ലാസ് ആയിരുന്നു അനുഷ. എല്ലാവരും അനുഷക്കൊരു ബിഗ് ഹാൻഡ്സ് കൊടുത്തു കേട്ടോ. പിന്നെ അടുത്ത ദിവസം അർജുന് അടുത്ത ദിവസം ഏതാന്ന് അറിയിക്കും. അതപ്പോ ഇതുപോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതിനേക്കാളും നന്നായി പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് വരിക. ബാക്കിയുള്ള ദിവസങ്ങളിലെ കുട്ടികളും ഒന്ന് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് കേട്ടോ. അപ്പോ ഇന്ന് ഇത്രയും നല്ല ക്ലാസ് കാഴ്ചവെച്ച അനുഷക്ക് നമ്മളെ ഫിസിക്സ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിലെ പേരില എല്ലാ എന്താ പറയാ നന്ദിയും പറയാണ്. പിന്നെ അടുത്ത ദിവസത്തേക്ക് അർജുന് തയ്യാറായിട്ട് വരിക. രജിത് സാറ് സമയം അറിയിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. താങ്ക് യു.
ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോ എക്കോ വരുന്നുണ്ടോ? അല്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. അത് രണ്ടാരുടെ വേറെ ആരുടെ മൈക്കും കൂടി ഓണാക്കിയത്. അപ്പൊ ഇന്നിനി നമുക്കൊരു മീറ്റിംഗ് ഉണ്ട്. പിന്നെ 11:40 12 മണിക്ക്. അതുകൊണ്ട് അർജുന്റെ ഇന്ന് പ്രോഗ്രാം വെക്കാതെ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ദിവസം പരമാവധി 2 3 ഇന്നിപ്പോ നിങ്ങളോട് ഞാൻ സമയം ചോദിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട് 20 മിനിറ്റ് ആണോ. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാവരും ഒരു അരമണിക്കൂർ എടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. അതാണ് നിങ്ങളത് പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഉള്ളൊരു വ്യത്യാസമാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ സ്വാഭാവികമായിട്ടും പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ 5 മിനിറ്റോ 10 മിനിറ്റോ ആയി പോകുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നത്. ചിലപ്പോൾ അരമണിക്കൂറൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ പോവുക, സ്വാഭാവികമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ദിവസം നമുക്ക് 2 പരിപാടിയൊക്കെ പോവുള്ളൂ. ഇന്ന് 2 പരിപാടിയെങ്കിലും വെക്കണം എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചാൽ ഇതിന്റെ ഇടയിലാണ് പിന്നെ നിങ്ങളെ സമയത്തിന്റെ മാറ്റം വന്നു. അതിന്റെ ഇടയിൽ നമ്മൾ വേറെ കുറെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്വം ഏറ്റെടുത്തു, അതെല്ലാം വന്നത്. എന്തായാലും പിന്നെ ഇന്നത്തെ പരിപാടി നന്നായിട്ടുണ്ട്. അനുഷ ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, തന്നെ ടീച്ചർ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്, നന്നായിട്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.